What we're about to tell you tonight happened in America, in a quiet neighborhood full of well-to-do families. What you're about to hear happened in broad daylight. The protagonist of this story is a couple named Derek and Maria Britt. Together they have 3 children, 2 girls and a boy. When the story begins, the family lives in a small town, but because of their children's school and work, they want to move to a neighboring city called Westfield. And for this, they must sell their old house and buy another. After a few weeks of searching and seeing various houses, the couple saw a house they really liked at 657 Boulevard in Westfield. It was a huge house, a veritable palace. It cost $1.3 million and had 6 bedrooms. Needless to say, the Broaddus's sold their home and bought the house at 657 Boulevard. This was in June 2014. For the first week, everything was fine. Everything was perfect until one day when Derek went to check the mailbox and found a letter inside. The envelope had no name, no sender. It did have the name Broaddus, which was the name of the family that had just moved in. Without further ado, here is the contents of that letter. 657 Boulevard has been the subject of my family for decades now. I have been put in charge of watching and waiting for its second coming. We have been keeping an eye on the house for a long time now. I am pleased to see that the young blood has finally arrived. For many years, my family and I have been waiting for the arrival of young blood to fill the rooms again, to take care of the property and make it our own. You have no idea how difficult it has been to maintain such close proximity to you, without being able to enter inside. We can now begin our new lives thanks to you. If you are compliant, we may become quite friendly. The children are the most valuable commodity. Have you brought your children here yet? Let us know so we can meet them. We are eager to meet your children, especially the young girl. They are the most precious thing there is. I am sure you understand what I mean. Please keep the children inside at night. It will help to keep them safe. We watch from afar and we get pleasure from watching their games. When Derek showed the letter to his wife, she thought it was some kind of sick joke played by some bored teenagers. But Derek knew better. There was no way teenagers would have known where they had moved to and why. The fact that the letter also spoke of the children did not reassure him either. Derek decided to call the police. The local police took the complaint very seriously, but since there was no evidence or suspects, the case soon went cold. Meanwhile, the Broaddus family were still living in their old house. They didn't feel comfortable enough to move to the new one. Plus, the police hadn't reassured them enough. And so, time passed. But then one day, the Broaddus family received a second letter from the stalker. Here is what it said. How are the children? Are they all grown up now? We are excited to meet them. Please keep them indoors at night. It would be best for them. My apologies for not writing sooner, but I was waiting for you to bring the children over. I hope you've found what was in the walls. They belonged to the previous residents. And although they are gone, their things remain behind. Maybe you could use them. Now that you are here, I hope you will enjoy the fruits of my labor. I know you will find it useful. You should come to the house now. Don't keep us waiting any longer. What will you hide? The family was devastated by the message. No one understood how someone could be so meticulous and precise in their messages. That same year, the police increased security measures in the area where the house was located. Several patrols were carried out and several neighbors were questioned, but nothing concrete came out of these interrogations. The Broaddus family decided to move in anyway, partly because they had paid so much money for the house that they couldn't afford not to, and partly because they wanted to prove to whoever was writing those letters that they weren't afraid. However, they had hired a private security guard to watch over them while they were in the house. After a few weeks, a third letter arrived, which contained the following message. You have not yet completed the task. They are in danger. When you came here, you were warned. I hope you remembered. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the young blood. They have to play outside. It's good for them. Let me remind you, I don't like to repeat myself. And yet I am forced to do so. You are in their way. I am watching, I am present. Everyone is watching. They are the ones we desire. The rest of us, we can wait. The family was worried. The letter clearly referred to their children, and they could unhelp but think that their stalker might be capable of anything. In the fourth letter, the author explained how he had been watching the house for a long time, and that was why he knew every secret of the house. He also said that he had watched the children playing in the street. Then he threatened them again, saying that they were only delaying the inevitable. The fifth letter was probably the worst of the whole series. It read, "I believe you have some questions. I am the watcher." Why? Because I am the one who watches. What else do you want me to be? How did I find out about you? It's obvious, isn't it? I watched you. I watched you all arrive. Every single one of you. I have been waiting for the return of the house in the boulevard for years. I have been waiting for my family's return, and they are almost here. I can hear them calling me from the basement. The voices are growing stronger each day. I can't wait to see them all grow up. You have a wonderful family. I want to meet them. Oh, I can't wait any longer. I want to reach out and touch them. I want to hold them and never let go. I'll make sure they're mine. The time has come. They belong to us. They are our. I need them. I demand them. They are my life. The house belongs to us. I will have the children. After receiving the last letter, the family called the police. The officers investigated but never found out who the author of the terrifying letters was. After spending a lot of money on a house they barely used, the Broaddus decided to sell it at a huge loss and move back to their old house. It's unclear whether they ever recovered from the experience or if they even survived. Although the house changed owners 3 times, none of the new owners dared to live in the mansion. They simply used it as a vacation home. Meanwhile, the police investigation revealed that the author of the letters had likely been living in the area for many years. One of the theories was that the author of the letters was one of the family's neighbors, and that he had carefully studied the family and planned to kidnap one of the children. Another theory was that the neighbor was obsessed with the family and couldn't stand the sight of the husband and wife working together. A third theory, which is perhaps the most plausible, was that the author of the letters had been stalking the family for years and had even followed them from their old house to their new one. What makes the story more disturbing is that Westfield is one of the safest towns in New Jersey. Crime rates are low, and violent crime rates are lower than the national average. Nevertheless, the mysterious stalker managed to terrify an entire family and make them abandon their home. Who was the stalker? What was the obsession about? Did he live next door or across the street? Did he have a family? Why did he start writing to when the family moved into the house? Did he think the letters would scare them away, or worse, lure one of the children into his trap? There are more questions than answers in this case. Perhaps we'll never know the truth. And you, dear viewer, what do you think happened? Write your theories below. And if you like this kind of content, we encourage you to subscribe so you won't miss any new videos.